we had a game in Baltimore. We had to go to Baltimore for a game on Saturday, and this wasn't cows in Baltimore. This wasn't like suburb Baltimore. This was hood Baltimore. This was in the city Baltimore, in which we played this team named Northwest that was like hood, scrappy, just straight hood dudes. And we it's not that we were intimidated by that, but we had a good mix of the black, white coaches. We had a solid mix of fundamental football and talent. We had that good mix, but this was just a straight hood Northwest Bulldog team that tried to just bully you and push you around. That's what they were all about, right? So it just so happened that game, at the beginning of that game, where the spare like Florida State. So the reason I cheer for Florida State after Michigan is because the second team, after we were done wearing the Michigan colors, before that game, in which there were some shirts that were ordered, like a whole bulk of shirts that were ordered because the weather was starting to break, it was starting to get cold, and they were like sweaters that were ordered to people that were. I think Coach Vassos actually bought a bunch of them. He just bought a bunch of sweatshirts and a bunch of T-shirts and a bunch of just White Oak Warrior stuff to have for people to have. So it just so happened that those shirts came in the day before that game, right? So I was there with him when the shirts came in, and Coach Vassos looked at me. He made sure I gave it to my dad, and immediately not the freezing cold, but it was getting chilly enough to where it would be crazy for someone to take their shirt off. My dad takes his shirt off outside and puts the White Oak Warrior jersey on, puts the White Oak Warrior sweater on that Coach Vassos had just given and told me to give to him.